What is a pony's favorite type of video game? A first-person horseshoe ter. Happy Sunday, my friends. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing well tonight. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. And I'm very grateful to have you here with me. Welcome to Let's Ride Sunshine Stables. Here we go again. A game that I have thus far been fairly incapable of figuring out. But I have a plan for tonight. I have a plan. I just don't know if I'm going to be able to pull it off. Let's welcome everybody in. Sir Rack of Lamb is first in chat tonight. Welcome in, Sir Rack of Lamb. I hope you are well. We've also got Loyal to Soil and Lucent Jelly. Welcome to both of you. Thank you for being here with me. So we're going to try playing this for a couple hours. And when we get to a stopping point, we're going to switch over to the PlayStation 2. And we're going to try out Ghosts and Goblins in the second part of the stream. It's the PlayStation 2 version is part of the Capcom Classics collection. It is a more arcade-accurate port of Ghosts and Goblins, I do believe, and one I've never played before. So, I don't know. I'm pretty good at the NES version. I'm not great, but I'm pretty good at it. Probably that's going to be meaningless. I doubt the skills will transfer. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Sir Rack of Lamb says, a glade you made it in. Glad, that is. It smells like Glade in here. I always think of the TV commercial where the lady says Glade. I don't think I've seen that one, Sir Rack of Lamb. Combined good and bad, that joke. I'll take it. Dead Zergling, welcome in. Good evening, Zergling says. Had a dinner I doubt I'll repeat anytime soon last night. Ate an entire duck. My goodness. I hope you say you doubt you'll repeat it. I don't know if that's because it had negative effects on you or because it was expensive, or I guess there are many possibilities. I hope you enjoyed it. And as for myself, Jelly and I had a early dinner / late lunch. We went to Olive Garden. We had a gift card that my folks had given us for our anniversary, and we finally got around to using that. So I had shrimp. Mostly I had shrimp and soup. I got spaghetti with meatballs, but that ended up being boxed up for takeaway. It's a Glade commercial, Sir Rack of Lamb says. The lady's trying to be extra fancy and says it's French. Fair enough. Doe, welcome in. Hey. Hey, thank you for the resub, Doe. Welcome in. 12 months. That's almost a year. I hope you're doing well, Doe. Thank you for being here with us tonight. It's going to be a rough night. It's going to be a rough night if we're playing this game again, so it's good to have good company. Zergling said it was pretty good overall. It's quite expensive for what it was. $20. Set in my stomach like a brick for a while. Oh no. Defiant Salem, welcome in. I have pizza, right on. I do enjoy pizza. Hrafnir, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. We're just getting started, Hrafnir. Thank you for joining us. I hope your stream went well. I saw the thumbnail for your stream. I don't remember what you were up to though. So you'll have to fill us in, Hrafnir. Thank you, Jelly. Final Fantasy. Hope that's going well. Doe says I'm sitting and wanting to enjoy a good stream. I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna do my best, but the month of July is a cursed month. I'm playing a lot of trash games, and boy, this one is rough. We've played this 2 nights already. I've played it for about a total of 7 hours, and I really, unfortunately, don't know what I'm doing. This is this game is like a business management sim, and my big trouble is that I don't know how to earn money. For all the time I've played the game so far, all I've done is bleed away money. I know a couple ways to get bonus money, but those are quickly exhausted, and once I exhaust those, I don't know how to create regular income. I have an idea tonight. I'm going to very aggressively invest in advertising. I think is the key to getting us on the right track. I also kind of moved some stuff around, not that you can tell, in my seating area, though. Just a heads up about that. So if I sound different, I'm sitting slightly different in relation to where the mic is. I'm actually sitting a little uncomfortably tonight, so I may have to move things around again. I put my couch. I put a plank of wood inside my couch to sort of reinforce it, because it's not holding up very well with me with me sitting on it for so many hours every night. I mean, it was a used couch when I got it, so it already been quite worn in. So I put a plank of wood into it to reinforce my seat, and now I'm sitting much higher, but I'm also sitting much less comfortably, so I'm gonna have to figure something out here. But anyway, we've been doing a lot of talking, not a lot of button pressing. We're going to start with this cross country here. I need to get a feel for the horse's jump again. Part of our success, I might have to restart the game a whole lot of times right here at the beginning, because part of our success is very heavily dependent on me passing the hurdle jumping course and doing it on my first try, and you have to do it perfectly to pass. It's all or nothing. So I need to get a feel for the controls again. So we're gonna start off with this. Hrafnir says, did some Mario Kart 8 and Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy is epic. That's it. I was thrown for a little bit of a loop when I read Final Fantasy 16 there, because I thought I had remembered reading MK8 in your stream title. I could be remembering someone else's title too. So I was thinking MK8. What would that be? Had both in there. Right on. This game looks like a CDI game. So this is Game Boy Advance. This is Let's Ride Sunshine Stables. I believe the trick to the jumps is that I'm supposed to press the button at like the very last moment before I collide. I went into this game knowing virtually nothing about it. Like, I knew it was horse themed, and I expected it would be terrible, and I was pretty much right. I didn't expect it to be so heavy on the, like, business management aspects of the game. I thought it was going to be a lot more just, like, grooming and accessorizing our horse. And I thought, like the gameplay portions, I thought that you know, like, the riding the horse around parts would be relaxing and simple, and I was expecting an easy game, and I got something that's brutally, bone-crushingly difficult. My biggest worry for this game was that it was going to be dull. I thought that the primary challenge of the game was just going to be not, like, collapsing under the weight of boredom. And, oh boy, was I wrong. I mean, it's not an exciting or interesting game, but that's, like, the least of my problems. I would have rather gotten coal in my stocking than this game. I'm kind of surprised. I don't think my sister ever had this game, and I'm kind of surprised because she had a Game Boy Advance and a love of horses, so. She could have very easily fallen victim to this awfulness. I don't know what to make of the music. It's so bizarre. Alright, boredom may be a huge factor here too, because it's just so long in between jumps. I check out mentally. Let's back out. Let's take this from the top. Oh my goodness. feel like the last time we played this, my big problem was I was consistently jumping way too early. And now I have overcorrected. The window for a successful jump, though, is shockingly narrow. We took too long. I've outlasted the music. Horrible. Simply horrible. We're gonna dive in. So we might have to start up a lot of save files, like I was saying a moment ago, because I'm going to have to successfully run that track right at the beginning of the game in order to get bonus money to put toward advertising. So we may be in a loop here for a little while. We've got to pet the horse until we've built up complete trust. Then we'll go out onto the course. Perfect. Bridle, saddle. Let's go. No, I think that's literally the last hurdle. Oh. No, there were two left. The hurdles run out a long way before the end of the track. There's a whole lot of empty space here. That is awful. This music is pretty fantastic, Sir Rack of Lamb says. The music feels like it was generated by AI. And that was my complaint about the Barbie game, the music in the Barbie game. It's just a kaleidoscope of madness. Hey, Title, welcome in. Are you still horsing around with this game? Guilty as charged, Title. I hate my job and I am not going back. Congratulations. I think that's to be interpreted as a good thing. I'm literally not going back. I'm on vacation now, and then I start trade school come the fall. Right on. Ghost hand is a thing in this game, I guess. Alright, fingers crossed. This is music that was not composed. This is music that was assembled. There's a couple reasons I've got to run this course perfectly at the start of a new game. There's a couple reasons we have to do this. One, it's one of the only ways I know to earn money is to successfully complete the course for the first time. And it has to be done perfectly, because if we fail it, our horse gets injured, and if your horse gets injured, your horse gets sick, and there's no way to cure a sick horse. So not only do I have to run this course, but I have to run it perfectly. And and I only get one chance, so it's a nightmare. This whole game is a nightmare. Frownie must be running for office. He spends an awful lot of time brushing up with the mayor of town. Welcome in, Buddha Fingers. Pleasure to have you here. That's a Frownie joke for sure, Sirac of Lamb says. Jelly and I did we did toss out a mayor equals mayor joke. I don't remember exactly how it went, but we did experiment with that. Frownie's idea of a good time: non-stop ghosting goblins. Frownie's idea of a nightmare: playing with horses. Pretty much. What is the horse if not the dolphin of the land? Fuzzy Boots, welcome in. Haven't seen you stream lately. Must have been on Twitch at the wrong times. I've been away. I've been away a little bit, Fuzzy Boots, but we should be back to normal. I'm hoping every night this week we're gonna have a stream. This game makes me regret that hope a little bit. No, I had some personal things going on, Fuzzy Boots. I can share the details with you if you want to whisper me a question about it. I don't really want to go into it live, but I can fill you in if you want to know. Just send me a whisper to remind me. A horse is a horse, of course, Budafinger says. If my plan to sink all of my money immediately into advertising doesn't actually work out, I don't know what I'm going to do to make progress in this game. I did briefly search to see if someone had shared a PDF of the manual on the internet. I didn't look for very long, but my initial results did not yield anything. I wanted to have the manual in my back pocket for my in case of emergency break glass situation. But no such luck yet. Sims 4 is adding Horse Ranch DLC soon. I hope it's way more enjoyable than this. We did it. Master the ride in the time allowed without falling. Victory. So this gives us a very promising start. Let's remove our horse's equipment for now. Check the stats. Food and water are good. Trust is good. Could use a little bit of grooming. What are you talking about? This seems like a fun game for fun people, and I find it funny that you're playing it. That thing's neck doesn't look right. Oh my. It looks a little narrow at the top. I don't know. I think I've become a little inoculated to the oddness of the artwork. All right. So that's good for our first day. I'm going to go back to the office. Oh, I really hope this works. All right. So that's I can really only buy the newspaper advertising the first day. All right, that's fine. I think. Let's call it a day. So every time we end a day, we get this evaluation. It tells you how much you spent, how much you made, and that how much you made number is always less than how much you spent. That's why I can't succeed at this game. All right, but we get some bonus money. We get some bonus money for raising our horse's trust, and we get more bonus money for completing the training course. Those are the only ways that I know how to earn money. Do our daily horse care. Food, food, food. Water, 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 water. And all the things. Frownie, I don't know how you still have a license to drive. You've totaled countless horses. Your premiums must be through the roof if they can still legally serve you. Hey, just right. Welcome in. I hope you're having a great night. I am struggling with this horse game once again. Have you seen this game? I total horses also. I've had one car totaled. And no one was driving it at the time. After I moved to my first winter in Wisconsin, after we moved up here, my car was hit by a snowplow and totaled. All right, we've taken care of our horse for today. I don't think there's really anything else to do there. We want to go back over here. I want to maximize our other forms of advertising. And really, that's all I can do for the moment. I just have to pray that I somehow earn money from that. I did not. I lost money once again. This is a very upsetting game. Impossible video game, Fuzzy Boots says. Yeah, I don't know what the strategy is. I don't know what the strategy is for earning money. I'm always in the negative. I'm just leading money away. I don't know what the game wants from me. Food, food, food. Water, 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 water. All the grooming. Speaking of total, did you ever find something to do about fixing horses? No, if my horse gets injured or sick, it's just all over. There's really nothing I can do about that situation because the issue is that they just never heal. But like even like trying to fix them, the medicine is outrageously expensive. So like it's sort of a combination of like injury leads to illness, illness leads to more illness, and it's just a downward spiral from which there is no return. And like I could sort of like I think I can slow this I can sort of slow the entropy if I throw medicine at the problem, but I don't have enough I never have enough money to afford any medicine. So, I don't know. I don't know. I'm just immediately nervous. The horse gets sick, but the wallet dies first. like, so, here's the thing. We can toss money at advertising. That seemed, when I was experimenting last time we played, throwing money into advertising seemed promising. I actually had a couple days where I earned money, and I thought that it was because I had invested in advertising. That's the only thing I spent money on. So I don't know. So we've got like the things we can spend. We could spend money on. We can spend money on advertising. Like right here, we could hire staff, but I don't think that's a wise investment at this time. You know, these are the things like buy as needed, right? We can get new horses, horseshoes, I guess. I don't know. Doctor, crazy expensive doctor. And then just all the like stuff, equipment, food, that kind of stuff. The food we do eventually have to buy. We can also invest in like building stuff. We can improve the office. We can add to the stable to have more room for more horses. We can build a guest house, a parking lot, and we can improve these three areas here. I don't know what the point of doing any of that is. Like, I would hope that adding these things would increase the amount of guests that we get. I don't know. I tried building some of these things last time or the time before. The thing about it is like not only do you invest money in building these spaces here, but they come with daily fees. Right? So like if I choose to build this parking space, costs 200 to build it, and then I'm going to be charged 10 every day just for it existing. That's not very much money. I'm going to build the parking space. And I guess I'm going to call it a day. All right, our horse is taken care of. I don't have enough money to buy any of the other types of ads. Did we make money? We made money. Now, that's what we need to see. That second number being larger than the top number. If that happened every day, then we would be golden with this game. We could just, wait and build up money and then spend it on things. But it's kind of random. A new Lambo incoming, Fuzzy Boots says. Wait, build up money, spend it on things. Does this work in real life too? I don't know, Buddha Fingers. I'm about as good at earning money in real life as I am in this game. All right, food, food, food. Water, 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 water. Frownie works for a non-profit. Am I non-profit or am I more anti-profit? The hoof scratcher is the only item that has any noticeable effect on our horse. Everything else exists pretty much exclusively in abstract numbers. Oh, I did things out of order. So, like, you would think I'd want to take my horse out for like a ride or something, because that's an option that we have, right? Go out for a ride. If I do that, all I do is risk injuring my horse. If I go out for a ride, if I miss one jump, my horse is ruined. Your horse will get sick even if you don't get injured. It's just a roll of the dice. Really? I think sending our horse out to the paddock counts as daily exercise also, though, so I think we're okay. End of day. We earned money yet again. It's a miracle. All hail Frownie, the prophet of profit. If we can just keep doing that. It's not the most thrilling gameplay loop. And I'm just perpetually nervous that, you know, every time I end the day, I'm rolling the dice and just hoping that there's a profit. Like, I want to invest and add on things to our stable, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good move to spend a whole lot of money on anything except ads. I really just kind of want to save up until we have enough money to buy the next round of ads. Hey, Bort Jams, welcome in. Welcome to Let's Ride Sunshine Stables. Hope you're having a wonderful afternoon. You need $750. We need $7,500 for the next ad type. We're still profitable. We're less profitable, but we're still profitable. I wish we didn't have to do everything in this game in complete silence. I don't know if I really wish that or not, thinking about it. Because when there is music, I'm kind of wishing there wasn't. No, we're losing money. We're circling the drain, abandoned ship. I mean, we are like on it. We're in a bad situation. I already ran out of one of the types of food. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3, 4. I don't know what the difference between the types of food are. There are 4 types of food. They look identical. They're just called fodder 1, 2, 3, or 4, and they have different price tags. But the game has offered me no like insight into how the different numbers of food are different from one another aside from their cost. I assume the more expensive food is better quality food, but it's really based on nothing. All right. Yesterday was just a fluke. Maybe it was a holiday or something. We earned money again. That's what we want. This game really doesn't want to catch you a break at all. It's a cruel game. It's a cruel game, Fuzzy Boots. Laser Los, welcome in. Pleasure to have you with us. Welcome to Let's Ride Sunshine Stables. No, my horse has the flu. It's all over. It's all over. I know you're stubborn, Frownie, but how long are you going to beat a dead horse? Influenza, highly infectious, feverish illness with inflammation of the lungs. The viruses are secreted with the coughing, so no contact with other horses during the next 8 rounds. A thorough cleaning of the stable is necessary. Protective vaccination recommended after 4 rounds, a little exercise. All right, $250 is not an outrageous price for the treatment, so I think we're gonna buy it. Is it better or worse than swine flu? Uh, it just I've never had a horse recover from an injury or illness in this game. It doesn't seem it it doesn't seem like it's possible. Sure, my steak treats my stomach better tonight, Zergling says. I certainly hope so as well, my friend. Why the long face? Why do all horses who go to the doctor get diagnosed as mentally unwell? Because they're always unstable horses? We made an unstable joke in reference to horses, but I think it was on a Tears of the Kingdom night. All right, we'll just keep plugging along and see how it goes. I don't know if the parking that I invested in was ever constructed. It sure seems like it's been a while, and I haven't. There's no change on the overworld map. I mean, there just might not be, but I figured I would at some point get a notification that the job was done. That's a sad number. That's a sad number to see there. That was a bad day. It also comes at a really bad time because I'm running out of food for my horse, so. Yep, we gotta go buy some more food. Have you ever combed a horse in real life? I haven't. I'm trying to think. I don't know if I've ever interacted with a horse in real life. I don't think so. I can't remember a time. I grew up in rural Kentucky. Surely I crossed paths with a horse at some point, but I can't for the life of me remember a time. They're kind of scary, big creatures. All right, come on. Positive day. Earn us some money. No. I'm sure they're friendly enough, Laser says, but one kick from a horse and you'd be hurting. No doubt. I think I will endeavor to avoid being kicked by a horse at all costs. Alright, feels like we're doing kind of okay. Like, I've got a pattern here. It's exceedingly dull, this pattern. But it's working, and I don't want to rock the boat. We have so far we've had more profitable days than anti-profitable days, and like, I really just don't want to mess with success. I don't know if this is a real character, Hrafnir, or a name that you've just made up. I feel like all the artwork for this game was done by the children of the developers. What a game. You can only get ahead by treating it like work and by working. If you try to have fun at all, the game punishes you via horse problems. Yeah, I can't risk taking my horse out for a ride. It's too it's too dangerous. I think my horse is supposed to be over the flu now. I can't recall. I've lost track. It says health 100, but that number is meaningless. Roll the dice. Victory. We're just kind of hovering around the same amount of dough. I'm not making any money. I'm not losing money, but I'm not making money. This is, how much does the guest house cost? I'm gonna purchase the guest house. And I'm gonna improve our parking. The game is gonna beat me with just boredom, because I'm not doing anything. So, like, I want to do different stuff just to do it. Hey, thank you for the pistachios, port jams. That's the horse paradox. Yeah, if you attempt to have fun in the game, you're punished. This game is great. You get to not take the horse out for a ride. Oh. It sounds like most of my adult life, Laser says. This game teaches you like exactly the type of life lessons that we tend to play video games to distract ourselves from. We made a lot of credits today. That's a tremendous profit right there. Parking lot has now been built. Thank goodness. I already built it once. My horse has the flu again. I haven't even gotten over the first flu. I hate video games. Dysentery is imminent. No. I guess it wasn't a fluke. Oh my. My horse is a little underfed, it would seem. That's not good. All right. Doctor time yet again. I guess of all the illnesses we have to deal with, that just gonna go ahead and invest in a lot of food. I guess the flu is like, it's not as expensive as some of the others, so. When our horse got sick before, it was like, the bill was like $800. Wow, that's the most money we've ever made. I don't know if it was because of the parking lot or what. Everyone wants to come to see the sick horse. Yeah, just in time for my horse's medical bills. I wish it weren't true. Gotta go to bed early, Buddhafinger says. Good luck swimming in the Scrooge McDuck money bin. I could only hope. I could only hope. Thank you for being here, Buddhafingers. As always, appreciate your company, my friend. Appreciate your jokes. And I hope that you sleep well. Have a great rest of your night and a wonderful tomorrow. Nice. Nice. Another profitable day. Well, I must have enough to, well, I was gonna say we almost have enough to buy another round of ads, but we don't. We almost have the initial fee, but we don't have the actual ads money yet. It's so weird that the game, like, there's no tutorial for the game. The game gives you, like, no info about, like, what anything is, what you're supposed to focus on or do. Like, it doesn't give you information, and it doesn't give you feedback, so it's it's very, very hard to work out, like, what the best course of action is. I appreciate a hands-off game a lot of times, but this is one of those cases where, like, access to, like, some optional information would really be appreciated. Stack Cat, welcome in. Looks like you figured it out. You have money beyond your years. We've been doing all right. My horse keeps getting sick, but luckily it's only the flu, which, as horse illnesses go, is a pretty manageable one. So I'll not complain about it too much. I'll complain about it a little bit. This has been my most profitable attempt at the game, though, for sure. if I do get like into the swing of this game, I feel like this is a game that where it's going to be really difficult to like know when I'm finished with it. If we have another day or two like that, we can put a lot more money into ads. That would be good. Do I want to put more money into ads yet, or do I want to build up some more stuff? I don't know. I don't know what ads. I say I don't know what contributes to our profitability, but it's always ads. Hey, Game and Fit, welcome in. Horsey time. Yeah, we're back. We're back to this game. It's I don't want to jinx myself, but it's been going all right tonight. I'm doing the best I've ever done. My secret has been to invest extremely heavily into ads right from the start and to not ride my horse. All right, I don't want to have absolutely nothing left in my bank, so we're gonna end the day here. Great, and now we'll reinvest in ads because we'll still have some money left now. I don't think the developers even beat this game. I'm 100% certain you will finish this game to the best of your ability. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Game and Fit. I'd like to do that. I like to try and take everything we play to credits or a satisfactory conclusion. Hey Mazin, welcome in. I was wondering if you might stop by. I saw you were playing Splatoon earlier. I was lurking a bit. I had you on in the background while I was doing some stuff before my stream. Hopefully Team Vanilla was victorious in the Splatfest. Look who we have here. I'm glad to see my favorite horse whisperer is back in the business. I'm doing my best. I don't know how you do it, Game and Fit says. Even playing quality games like Pokemon, the second I get bored, I start wanting to play something more fun. Yeah, I don't know. Something has changed about me because I don't think I would not have had the patience for this game once upon a time. Like I wouldn't have played this like growing up or anything. I've just somehow become monstrously persistent. Agent Frownie meet Agent Brownie, Board Jim says. Thanks. Vanilla won, but by the slimmest margin, I think, in all of Splatoon's history. Hey, a victory is a victory. We'll take it. A close battle's more exciting anyway, too, right? JB, welcome in. Good to see you again. So my son and I have been watching in confusion for quite some time now, trying to figure out why, what, and Hey, I've been playing in confusion, so. I notice I play longer when I commit to it, but even then, Game and Fit says. Have you heard about Arzette and the Jewel of Faramore? It's a spiritual successor to the Zelda CDI games, but good. I have not heard of this, Rafnir. Where could I find this game? Vintage, welcome in. Reed from Vintage RPG. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to your friends. Very happy to have you here with us. We are having we're having kind of a low energy night here. We're playing Let's Ride Sunshine Stables on the Game Boy Advance. I worked on this game 2 other nights. This is my first, this is the most successful I've ever been at this game. I played it for 4 hours one night, and I played it for 3 hours another night. I still don't really understand a lot about how the game works. I dove into it blind. It doesn't do a lot to explain itself to the player, and I don't have an instruction manual, so I'm just guessing how everything works. And things are going all right tonight. It's kind of tedious and kind of dull, though. It's a game that requires much endurance. What were you up to, Vintage? What were you doing on stream, and how did it go for you? Shoutout says Mass Effect Legendary Edition. I thought you were doing something else, too, though. If I remembered the thumbnail correct, I might be remembering the wrong day. Oh, but Hrafnir, that, I have not played the Zelda CDI games. I would love to play those, though. Mazin says Team Mint could have won if they'd had 0.6% more points. That is really close, Mazin. But I'm glad your team won. What is this game? And is it on Game Boy? Yeah, this is on Game Boy Advance. It's Let's Ride Sunshine Stables. Yeah, GBA. Looking Glasses, welcome in. We got a new follow, by the way, as well. I'll preserve your anonymity, my new friend, but thank you very much for coming on board with us. I do appreciate to have you here. It has the same artist and voice actors. Limited Run Games is releasing it soon. I'll have to remember. Oh, there you are, Mad Killer. Welcome in. Welcome to the stream, and thank you again for the follow. Pleasure to have you with us. Thank you. I'll have to remember to take a look for that. That might be kind of exciting. Statcat, thank you for the hydrate. Amazing choice. This game is amazing choice. So for the month of July, the plan is to play jank games, to play stuff I expect to be trash. So far, not really disappointed. This is the only game I've worked on so far. We're still playing our regular stuff, still playing our quality games in the second half of every stream, but I'm trying to start the streams with deep dives into some dubious territory. Big Evil, welcome in and thank you for the raid. Sorry it took me so long to get down to where you were in the chat, but I very much appreciate having you come by and to bring your people with you. Thank you, my friend. Tell us what you were doing and how did it go tonight? Yeah, double raid. We have Vintage and then Big Evil really close behind. Let me try and type another shout out here. I'm working my way down the chat here. Always Mass Effect on Mondays. We're in Mass Effect 3, Vintage says. Had a bit of a random redeem, and I played Hitoful Boyfriend for half an hour, which is the weirdest dating sim I've ever seen. So that's, I think, what was in the thumbnail when I was scrolling through Twitch earlier. That's what I saw that you were playing. I do like weird. I'll send you a DM. It looks really cool. Thank you, Hrafnir. I want to check that out. Robert, the Punch Wizard, welcome in. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you for coming along with the raid, and thank you for the follow. Very grateful for that. Big Evil says Sekiro night tonight. On that Souls grind again tonight. I hope that's going well for you. Is that one of the ones that you haven't played yet, that you haven't finished yet? Vintage says it's a game where you date birds, like actual birds. All the romance options are pigeons and doves at a school for birds. But it's written like shujo manga. I've seen that word before. I've never said it out loud, so I don't know how to pronounce it. So odd and really funny. I should recommend that game to my sister. My sister is she's something of an artist, and she does a lot of work drawing birds. So she might appreciate that. Oh, thank you for this stretch break, Sir Rack of Lamb. I was just about to say we can finally start pressing buttons in the game again, but we got to stretch first. Oh, there's no music in the game, so we have to stretch in silence, which is always a little weird. But thank you for that, Sir Rack of Lamb. I could use it. Big Evil says, yep, it's one of the ones you haven't finished yet. Kind of stuck. I have nothing but faith in you, Big Evil. She'd probably get a kick out of that. Vintage says, yeah, I'm gonna have to make a note. Let me write that down. I should also write down this game that Hrafnir told me about. I actually have a pen. What was that called? Azaret? CDI Zelda Successor. And what's this other one? Hitoful something. Bird dating sim. I'm never going to be able to read my own handwriting when I come back to this note later. It looks like gibberish. All right. Let's take a moment to stretch. It's been an hour 45. Have to keep the blood flowing. Thank you. I don't know how long the stream is going to go for tonight. On the one hand, so I have a doctor's appointment in the morning. And on the one hand, like, I want to just stream until it's time for my appointment. And just stay up. Would really be convenient in a lot of ways, but On the other hand, my energy is a little low tonight, so. Might not be the best, might not be the best night to try it. Almost had another major boss beat tonight, Big Evil says, but ran out of resurrects. When I get this life-changing surgery, Game and Fit says, first games I'm going to play are Sekiro and Elden Ring. That's assuming I'm not 81 years old by the time that happens. Hopefully it'll be much sooner than that. Much sooner Game and Fit. It's pronounced shoujo. Thank you for that, Robert. Thank you. Yeah, I know I've seen the word before. I've just never said it, and I don't know that I've ever heard it pronounced shoujo. I have 5 months to beat Sekiro and Elden Ring. I think that's plenty of time for you, Big Evil. I think you've got it under control. Who's that handsome fellow to your right in the Hawaiian shirt? That's Isaac. He's sort of my co-pilot, and a big Mega Man fan. He's been a regular around here for most of the lifespan of the stream. It'd be nice to get a few hours of sleepy time in, Fuzzy Boots says. Yeah, I'm just worried that I'm gonna fall asleep. I'm just worried I'm gonna fall asleep and not be able to wake up, and then I'll be having to talk to the doctor in a mental fog. Finally figured out some decent strategies for Pokemon Stadium. You're only slightly terrible now. That's the first step. You gotta start somewhere. And maybe the doctor would write me a prescription to play a few good games for a change, Mazin says. Let me get my big head out of the way. We could only be so lucky. Thanks for the stream. I know you're not ending, by the way. Thank you, Board Jams. Hope your appointment goes well. Thank you, Fuzzy Boots. It's nothing too serious. It's just checking in on some things. I'm slightly nervous about it, but I don't know. Jelly keeps telling me there's nothing to worry about. Isaac, he has a new hat. Yeah, he's he changes up his style every now and then. I bet nothing gets under Isaac's skin. It takes a lot. All right, I'm going to start pressing buttons again. Let's see. Did I do everything I needed to do for the horse? I did. We need to go buy some ads. So purchasing these ads is gonna kind of bankrupt me. So let's hope that it does actually drive more customers. Because this is a lot of money. That is a lot of money to wave goodbye to. Nice. That's like 2.5 times more money than I've ever earned. Okay. All right. I really hope that pattern keeps up. Game and Fit says I'm literally just playing Pokemon Stadium and we're just missing and missing and missing and no one is hitting anyone and nothing is happening. Oh my. Reminds me of how the Mario Brothers used up all their money for that one self-made commercial in the movie, Masson says. Hey, sometimes you just have to take a risk and empty your entire bank account on a project and hope for the best, right? Sometimes you have to do that. And also, all the time, you have to not listen to Agent Frownie's financial advice. uh, I'm feeling like perhaps overconfident. I don't know. I'm going to invest a little bit more in the parking. Ooh. No, that's a lot of money per day. I don't know if I want to do that. Maybe I'll invest a little bit more in the guest home. Yeah. You must upgrade the office to level 1. I didn't know that. Alright, let's upgrade the office. I did not bring in quite so many profits this time. The flu again. Always, constantly, our horse has the flu. I don't think it's an illness. I think it's just a natural condition that is just part of being a horse. I think all horses by default have the flu at all times. That's what this game has taught me. You confuse your opponent. Confuse your opponent and use that to KO him. I hope that works. Sounds like a plan to me. I basically never use the status effects. So I don't play a lot of like turn-based RPGs, right? I played through Paper Mario, Mystic Quest, Pokemon Blue, and Pokemon Arceus. I think those are all the RPGs I've ever played all the way through. I've dabbled a little bit in a few others, but only very minimal. But I pretty much never use any status effect attacks. I'm always just a sort of a blunt object. It's probably part of why I'm not very good at RPGs. Sekiro is the one game I knew would be challenging, Big Evil says. Easy to get stuck. The phrase healthy as a horse does not seem to apply here, Robert says. Indeed, you are correct. But I upgraded the office already. Alright, I'll upgrade the parking lot again instead, just to upgrade something. That was probably a bad move. That was probably a really bad move. The more I think about it, the less happy I am with that decision. But what's done is done. A permanent case of the horribles. I love KOTOR, Knights of the Old Republic as an RPG, Mad Killer says. That I haven't played. It's a genre like I would like to try and play. I would like to try and play more RPGs. It's a genre that I have a lot of trepidation about because I tend to shy away from games that are story heavy, and I tend to like games. I don't often enjoy games that are heavily menu based. Like I prefer a situation where I have one-to-one control of my character. Like I like things like platformers and stuff like that. Games that are very athletic. So I shy away from RPGs as a genre, but I do want to give more of them a chance. Parking lot has now been built. Right. I should have upgraded the office again. It's an amazing game. Knights of the Old Republic's an amazing game too, Game and Fit says. RPGs, tons of dialogue, unless we're talking about Dark Souls and the like. Yeah, like an action RPG is something I can get more into. Like I really enjoyed Dark Souls. I really enjoyed the Final Fantasy Adventure. That game was a lot of fun. Action RPGs are more of a draw to me. For me. Hey Frownie, did you ever play Shadow Man on N64? Not sure if I ever asked that before. Only a very small amount, Mazin. I rented that game when I was young. I rented it once. I feel like I got stuck really early on in that game. Like on the first or second level or area that you go into. So I really haven't played it. aside from a very small sampling. I do own it though. It is a game we could do on the stream. RPG also stands for repetitive, pointless grinding. Since RPGs aren't your speed, how do you feel about fighting games? Yeah, I'm not really into fighting games either. Um, Robert, I've had very little experience with them, so I'm pretty terrible at them. I played a little bit of one of my cousins that I played a lot of games with growing up had Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo on the Super NES, and I played a little bit of that with him, but not enough to be very good at it. I got into Street Fighter 4 for a little while too. Um, that was kind of one like when that game came out. In the office where I worked, everyone started playing it, so you kind of didn't have a choice in the matter. Uh, so I played a little bit of that one too, but yeah, it's not really a genre that I play much of. Smash Brothers would probably be the fighting game that I played the most of, but I don't really play it serious like it. I don't play it like a serious fighting game like some people do. I appreciate it as a wacky party game with lots of items and nonsense. All right. So I know the television advertising. Oh yeah, the barrier for entry at the television advertising. Look at that. Oh, I'm gonna need $16,000 before I'm ready for TV ads. That's gonna be a long while off. Long while off. Look at our stable. Our stable's really coming along with all this stuff we have. We've got one horse, and we've got all this stuff. Oh no, he has a move that could hit me, Game It Fit says. It sounds like things have taken a turn for the worse, my friend. Shadow Man's a rare case. It's a garbage game that I absolutely hated on the N64, but I checked out the remaster on the Switch. It's a million times better. I can recommend the remaster. Should be up your alley, except it has a few swear words. I can live with a few swear words, Mazin. We play, so this is a very, I try to keep this to be a very sort of all ages appropriate stream, but we do play an M-rated game from time to time. They're not entirely off the table. They're just not gonna happen very often. I hear Shadow Man's a lot like a 3D Zelda game. Played it myself. Can say there's a good deal of dialogue. That's fair. Most fighting games are very technical. Unless you put hours in to learn, you always be facing an uphill battle, Robert says. Yeah, I mean, I do. I really let my favorite things are platformers. Easily. I like platformers and I like adventure type games, right? Like some of my favorite things, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, my all-time #1 favorite video game. Love that game. But I like stuff like Ghosts and Goblins and Contra and Castlevania and Battletoads. I like the Mario games. All that kind of stuff. And I like Zelda, Resident Evil 2. Really liked Cuphead and Hollow Knight. Those are the sort of things that I like a lot. I like games like that. Like Metroid type games. I like, but I tend to prefer things. That are pretty brief when it comes to like story. I very quickly lose my patience when games take away control from me. Right? I don't want to be forced to watch a lot of stuff or read a lot of stuff in a game. I'm fine with like flavor text and like optional dialogue. Like in a Zelda game, I'll walk around and talk to every character and read all their dialogue happily. I just hate when I get stuck in a story section and I don't control my character anymore and I have to sit through dialogue that the game's forcing on me and not stuff I'm choosing to go around and read. It's very it's very silly in some respects, but yeah, I don't like to watch games and I don't like to read games. I like to be in control pretty much at all times. But I play, I mean, look at what I'm playing tonight. Like, this is like the exact opposite of everything I like in a game. So I'll clearly play stuff that's not to my preferences. I will go outside of what I enjoy. Cow the Kangaroo, Infernax. Oh, both of those. The cat. I think it's a Cow the Kangaroo. I think Jelly said that they have a copy of that game at the library. So that one that's actually been on my radar. Infernax I think would be fun as well. I don't know a lot about it, but it looked good. Hey, Baron Metz, welcome in. Thank you for the pistachios. We can take a moment to enjoy some of those. Cuphead is king. I loved Cuphead. I haven't played the DLC yet, but I played through the base game. We did it on the stream. I got A pluses on everything, and I think if I go back and play it on expert mode, I could get S rankings. That is a very frightening grind. That's a very scary prospect to me. To go back and to Cuphead and try and do it on expert mode. And I think I will at some day. I think I do really like that game, and I think I would like to take on that challenge. But I can't say that I'm not intimidated by it. I need to head to bed. Good night, Frownie. Take care. Good night, Robert. Thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure to have you with us. Thank you again for the follow. Hopefully, we will get to enjoy your company again in the near future. But in the meantime, be well. Have a wonderful rest of your night. Sleep well, and have a great tomorrow, my friend. With Shadow Man, you have the choice if you want to play a really painful and bad game on the N64 or a cleaned up and expanded, enjoyable version on the Switch. Well, what do you think I'm going to choose, Mazin? What sounds more like me? Happy Sunday/Monday, fellow Insomniac Spirit says. The longest match I ever had for sure, but I won. GG Game and Fit. Well done. I'm happy you stuck with it. I'm happy you came out victorious. KO the kangaroo? KO. I'll probably forget how that's supposed to be pronounced. I know enough about Infernix to say it's definitely worth a play, Game and Fit says. I'm heading to bed, Sir Rack of Lamb says. Good night, Sir Rack of Lamb. Thank you for your company, my friend. Be well. Have a great tomorrow. And we'll see you again. Let's make a deal. If I beat Sekiro, you'll try Expert Cuphead. Well, I mean, well, I'll definitely try it. I'll definitely try it, Big Evil. But you know, it's gonna be a while. I've gotta finish up some of the stuff we're working on before I really worry about what I'm doing next. All right, we've got Tears of the Kingdom yet that I still have a lot of work to do in. We've got Alundra that I'm not finished with. We got this game. But yeah, I've got to go back to Cuphead for the expert mode and the DLC. You know, I've got to go back to Dark Souls. There's so much I gotta do. But I can't really worry about it because I have so much stuff on my plate right now. Look at that. We can actually afford those television ads. Almost. We can afford the base payment. I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. We can afford the base payment for the television ads. It's a pretty dark game, Shadow Man. End of Metroidvania in disguise. only noticed it. I looked back at it after I finished at 100%. Can't make any promises that Shadow Man's gonna happen anytime soon, but you know, I do already own a copy, so it'll be in the back of my mind. Long road ahead. Papuko, welcome in. Good to see you again. I hope your weekend has treated you well. The office has now been built. Oh, finally. Wow, that office took days. Days to finish growing. We can work on the guest house now, I think. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, once the guest house is built, then we can get the rest of our ads. And we can actually add on to our stable and get another horse or two. I hope you're doing well also. Thank you, thank you. I am, you know, I'm doing alright. I'm doing alright. I've had a pretty good weekend, all things considered. A lot of stuff has to be cut out of the N64 version of Shadow Man. I still think that's gonna be that, you know, that's gonna be the version I probably end up going with. If I if I really like the N64 version, maybe I'll check out the remaster at some point. But I've got to start with the worst version of the game. Streaming Fist, welcome in. Happy Sunday/Monday to you. Did I feed my horse yet? I did not. Something is wrong with my horse. He has influenza. My horse permanently has the flu, so that's one of many problems. Guess already, if there's a way to make things any more miserable, you would take them. It's like you said, Mazin, it's my service to the public. I play terrible games to give back to my community. Mile High Rule, welcome in. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you've been doing well. Welcome to Let's Ride Sunshine Stables. Board Jam says this comic book artist, name of Marco Carrillo Art, said that I should not get bullied at all when I told him I get picked on in high school. I happen to agree with that. To destroy my N64 to force me to play the Switch version. How very cruel. There's a lot of consoles I'd destroy, but I just can't. But with the N64, I just can't do it, Game and Fit says. I played Final Fantasy 16 all day, finished it. Hats off to you, Mile High Roll. GG. GG. I hope you don't mean you finished it in one day. Looks pretty crazy, Game and Fit says. I can't say I've seen anything from it. I never would have imagined I could have so much money in this game. We've got $20,000. I never thought it would happen. What a time to be alive. It took like 60 hours to make it through. $60 with those kinds of graphics, Game and Fit says. It's got to be a 300 gigabyte game. Meanwhile, I'm playing games that are 300 kilobytes. You did everything pretty much? Right on. Castlevania The Adventure is only 42 kilobytes? Not kidding, Masson says. Hey, our guest house has been built. It's looking good. Everything is looking good. It's only 42 kilobytes, and I spent way over 1,000 hours in it already. I think you spent over 1,000 hours in it just this week, Mazen. Mile High Roll says after beating Final Fantasy 16 and doing everything in it, you're jumping into New Game Plus right away. So what I'm hearing is you don't really like this game very much. Is that what you're trying to get across? Yep. I'm glad you're enjoying it, Mile High Roll. I'm glad you're having a good time with it. It'll be a long time. It'll be a long time before I get to something like Final Fantasy 16. Possibly never. Weekly challenge for Scanline Heroes is Rampage on NES. European and American versions combined are less than 60 kilobytes. Hey, our horse has the flu yet again, surprising no one. you would not like it, Frown Man. Don't play it. Yeah. That's not really surprising to me. No worries, Mazen. We know I know that you'll be on the top of the leaderboard soon enough. Dracula's cruel. He has to make you work for your victory, but he's not as immortal as he thinks he is. You'll get him eventually. Hey, Sparrow, welcome in, my friend. Thank you for joining us. Great to see you. Great to see you, my friend. I'm actually making progress in this terrible horse game. I don't want to jinx myself, but things are going so well right now. I've been making money in the game, and we've been able to like add on some fixtures, and very pleased. I'm gonna invest a lot more in advertising now. This is a huge chunk of cash I'm about to spend. I hope this doesn't destroy us. quit horsing around and finish it already. Unfortunately, I think this game is massive and it's going to take a long while to make it through. Mazin says, I'm already thinking about how I can still keep grinding CVA runs. My best idea so far is to make World Record Wednesday a regular stream and try to grind it out there until it finally happens. Hey, I think that's great, Mazin. It's got a nice ring to it. And yeah, I think that'll be good. Going on those big grinds where you do it every day. You know, like it's kind of fun. On the one hand, it is kind of fun to, you know, as a spectator to watch you put yourself through that, but it's probably not very good for you. So I think for your sanity and your health, that one day a week is probably wise. Who do you think's the hardest version of Dracula across all of Castlevania? I vote for Dracula X, Rafner says. So I haven't played all the Castlevania games. Of the ones I've played, I think that Castlevania 3 has the most difficult Dracula, probably. Castlevania 4 Dracula is wicked easy. Bloodlines Dracula is a little tough. Castlevania 1's Dracula is not bad. Castlevania 1's Dracula is tough when you're new to the game, but he's very learnable and very manageable once you do learn how to fight him. I don't know. Probably Castlevania 3 is probably the toughest Dracula that I've fought. No one laughed at my joke, Game and Fit says. I might have missed it, Game and Fit. I don't see a joke. I think it got eaten up on my end. Be back in a bit. I talked to my internet service provider. They're probably going to shut off my internet for a few minutes. We should still be here, Game and Fit. Spending $4,000 a year to announce to all the world that you have one single horse is a winning move, huh? Oh, okay. I I did see that, but I thought it was about a game, so I didn't get that it was a joke. Game and Fit. I thought that was the title of a game. Life is okay and has the best graphics. The only problem is it's way too punishing and permadeath is always on. I thought Life is Okay is the title of a game. I'm not very clever. Hey, Jocutus, welcome in. What's the name of this game? This is Let's Ride Sunshine Stables on the Game Boy Advance. This is my third night playing this game. I would play that game. Life is okay. Oh, 0 kilobytes. All right, all right. My reading comprehension is very poor. Hey, look at that. We made 10 grand in one day. Well, I mean, we made 4 grand because I spent, well, 3 because I spent 7. Like a parody of Life is Strange, Baron says. Dracula likes Dracula isn't that hard, just tedious. Mazin thinks that CVA has a harder Dracula than X. I can't weigh in. I haven't played it. Hey Derek, welcome in. Pleasure to have you here. Don't tell me he spent a lifetime on a 0 kilobyte game. What a waste. Heading out for the night, Rafnir says. Good night, all. Thank you for being here, Rafnir. Thank you for the raid. Have a wonderful rest of your night, my friend, and we will look forward to seeing you again, hopefully very soon. Thank you for the lurk, Game and Fit. How's this amazing game going, Derek asked? It's actually going pretty well. I seem to be making progress. We built up our stable quite a bit. I've only got one horse, and my horse perpetually has the flu, which, is not great, but I actually don't remember if I called the doctor this time. I better do that. I think I skipped out on calling the doctor. Even if I didn't, I can afford it. I can afford it. Can you believe it? I can afford things. I never thought it would happen. Alright, I want to try and improve some of our structures again. Build up the guest home. Can't do that. Build up the parking. Ooh, that's way too expensive. Let's not do that. Can't build that up anymore. Can't build that up anymore. We've got to build up our stable. It's time to build up the stable. Yeah. Fantastic. Soon we'll get a second horse. Did he tell you not to call him this time? I like it. Are you sure the Mafia didn't make the horse sick? I don't know what makes my horse sick, Derek. It's just, the horses just by default have the flu all the time, I think. Sparrow says, I helped a friend put together some flat pack bedroom furniture for his kids yesterday. I'm so sore I could barely move. I don't know if I've heard the term flat pack before. I get what it means, but I don't know that I've come across the term flat pack furniture before. Hopefully you have an opportunity to take it easy for the next day or so and recover, Sparrow. Maybe get some stretches, some light yoga in there to return you to normal. Basically IKEA, yeah. How is it that I'm such a super nerd, yet I don't have any spare SD cards? It's because you're such a super nerd, Sparrow. You use them all up immediately. I guess now that you're a horse breeding millionaire, I can also leave you to roam free without my company, Mazin says, for a bit and head to bed in the meantime. It's almost 9 a.m. Get some sleep, Mazin. Thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you, and I wish you luck. I wish you luck in the pursuit of the world record. Hopefully I'll get to be there when it happens. But get some rest and have a wonderful tomorrow, my friend. Don't spend it all at once. I'll do my best. Light yoga. You built the furniture and all the parts were there? That in itself is a victory. Most of the furniture in my room was flat pack. Some stuff is pine, which is so much nicer. Yeah, most of my oh well, maybe not. Well, I don't know. A lot of my furniture is flat pack furniture, but probably half. But like all my furniture is secondhand. All my furniture is stuff that I've gotten at like thrift stores or yard sales or from friends and family. I was saying that the other night. Like, I think I'm the original owner of. I think I had a mattress once that I was the original owner of, but I didn't buy it for myself. It was a gift. And this library thing here, I'm the original owner of this, but again, it was a gift. It's not furniture that I bought. But like everything, like my couch, these cubicles, all the stuff in this room that you can't see, it's all secondhand. That's why all my furniture is mismatched. Or eclectic, as we might like to spin it. Alright, I guess we're just kind of waiting for the stable upgrade to come through. I really like the idea of picking up secondhand pine or solid stuff, Sparrow says. Once I did buy a nice pine kitchen table. I painted it white. It was perfect. My sister now owns it. Secondhand, I should add. Really like the whitewashed look on pine, too. Timeless and homely to me. I think my style is somewhere between country and Hamptons. I tend to like most of my furniture to just be wood grain. I don't really go for a lot of painted stuff. We've got a lot of wood cabinets in our kitchen. Jelly's mom keeps saying she wants to come over and paint our cabinets, and I'm like, thank you, but no thank you. I'm okay with them looking. I'm okay with them. I'm okay with them just looking like wood. Hey, the stable is built. Victory. We can get a second horse. We can upgrade a lot of our stuff now, too. So, let's see. Guest house? No, the course. Never mind. Office? Upgrade the office. Alright, let's go ahead and invest in some more food, because that's something we're always going to need. And I don't know what any of that stuff is, but we'll buy it too. Let's get a second horse. Purchase a horse. Get ourselves a stallion. And we'll just go with the youngest one available. Alright, we now have 2 horses. Never thought the day would come. How long before they both have the flu? Wood grain is great, but I prefer lighter wood, Sparrow says. One of the guest houses I stayed at when I was in Hungary last had these raw pine doors throughout the house. Lots of country style furniture, but still light and bright. It was so cozy. Frownie rejects modern society, Derek says. I tend to, I tend to gravitate toward a very rustic, very natural kind of look. I like a lot of raw wood grain. I mean, the style that I prefer is kind of on display. I really just the backdrop is just amazing. Really, I really just lucked out with it too. It's pure coincidence that I got a room that's paneled so much to my liking. You and my parents would get along, Baron says. You're probably a descendant of Vikings, Derek says. All right, our new horse. Alas, he is heartbroken. But we'll just spend some time doing our petting, and all will be well. My parents' place has like wagon axles and cow skulls and frontier pastoral paintings. All right, that might be a little bit more rustic than my taste. I'm not so big on the decorations. I've I'm kind of Spartan. I feel like in my design. I don't, well, I say that, but then my room is full of like video game figurines, so maybe I'm not. I don't know. I tend not to hang up a lot of stuff on the walls, and I'm a walking contradiction. Oh, wait. All right, fingers crossed. It's been a long time since we've taken a horse onto the course. Oh, we can't. Never mind. I can't even do that right now. So, are we done for the day? I think we're done for the day. Call it a day. Oh, what am I doing? Everything's becoming too complicated. I was hazed into decorating by my parents and nieces. Eventually, I put up some tasteful statuettes and mecha anime wall scrolls. Yeah, I mean, I would probably just as soon have completely bare walls. Like I like having objects, I guess, out on display, but I'm not really so much for like photos and paintings and that kind of thing is really just what I was getting at. Heartbroken. Did he get out into the pasture and meet a nice horse and they fell out? Sparrow says. I don't know. He arrived to my stable heartbroken. Most of the details of his backstory are a mystery to me. When I first started coming here, I was like, man, that's plain wood. Guy must be stuck in the 70s. I don't know what he's playing at. I had the wood paneling when you first started coming to the stream, Derek. When the stream started, it was just we were in a different room, and I basically nailed a black bed sheet to the ceiling, and I just had that draped behind me. It wasn't until about a year or so in that I moved operations down into the basement here. Unbelievable. Frownie's horsemanship is above 8,000, Zergling says. Sparrow thinks this wood paneling looks more modern. I mean, we definitely. I know the like the 70s wood paneling that Derek's talking about. We definitely have that in our house too. You were playing ET on Atari. Yeah, that was down here. That was down here in the basement. Then I remember. Good times, right? Bad times, but good times. When the jank game is actually pretty okay. You mean this game is pretty okay, Big Evil, or you mean ET on Atari is pretty okay? Persephone, welcome in. Hope you are doing well, my friend, and happy to have you with us tonight. I almost didn't come back, but I had a good feeling about you in this community. Thank you, Derek. That's very kind of you. No. This game is not pretty okay. This game is going okay, but this game is not. This is not a game that people should play. Just think if Marty McFly went into the year 2023 in his time machine and arrived at Frownie's house, he would think the time machine was broken. I've confused so many time travelers. I've confused so many time traveling guests. They all think they've gone the wrong direction. You're one of the few streamers I don't plan on leaving anytime soon. Thank you, Derek. I'm very lucky to have you, my friend. I keep playing these horse games though. You might end up changing your mind. We finally get to hear some music again. It's terrible, of course, but it's been so long that it's almost a treat. It was over too soon. No offense when I do leave, it's just business. Fair enough. This game is too quiet. It is like there's just nothing going on. There's no music. There's no audio for most of the game. This is a great stream to fall asleep to tonight. I'm on my way to falling asleep to it. Only Frownie can afford to horse around at times like these. You had a streamer you really liked, and you went back and found out that they banned you in the chat and never said anything about why. That's odd. Wonder if maybe it was a mistake. Do we even have a goal tonight? It does seem you're winning at horses, much more so than usual. I'm not really sure what winning in this game is. I mean, I have to at least I figure I've got to at least complete all of the upgrades to our business. I think that's at least got to be my goal. I mean, we might not finish it all tonight. I've been working at this for quite a while. I mean, we might just save and come back to it tomorrow. You know, at some point here, because I do have another game to play tonight. It's a weird game. Yeah, we definitely need to get. Yeah, we definitely need to max out. You know, get a full suite of horses. Yep, yeah. To own all the horses and pet them endlessly. Having a rough time. Having a rough time completing the training course with this horse. Yeah, my goal right now is to build and own all the things. And you know, where we go from there, I'm not entirely sure. Always cool and polite in everyone's chat. If they say something, I respect their choice, Derek says. Baron says, I've gotten banned in random streams, apparently for lurking without saying anything. Fall asleep with lurks active in channels that raid others. What? I mean, that doesn't. A lot of I don't understand that at all. A lot of nights, like the majority of my viewers are people that lurk without saying anything. I don't know why anyone would have a problem with that. My only guess is like maybe like if they thought you were a bot. But I mean, your name doesn't your screen name doesn't seem very bot-like. On the other hand, I've gotten free subs to channels I don't even follow. Twitch is a strange place sometimes. Yeah, that's a yeah, I definitely have a lot of subs to channels I don't know about just from, you know, like from raid chains. Probably mistaken for being a bot, Zergling says. Yeah, that's the only thing I could think, but it's still weird. Very weird. Some people have real issues with bots. Not sure what that's about. Yeah, unless a bot is chatting and typically spamming links or ads or something like that, then like I would don't think I would ever even notice a lurking bot. Oh, why? I keep failing and I keep failing at the same jump. It's agony. Hey, Sots, welcome in. Thank you for the raid, my friend. Pleasure to have you with us. How are you doing, my friend? How did you, what were you doing tonight? How did your stream go? Tell us all about it, please. Tinfoil Pirate Hat, welcome in. Thank you for coming along. Let's try and type a shout out here. Super Mario Sunshine. I hope that went well for you. Super Mario Sunshine is a game I'm very conflicted about. I hope you had a good time with it. Thanks for the shout out. No problem. No problem. Thank you for the raid. Playing it for the first time. Oh, I won't say too much then. I won't say too much about it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoy it more than I do, is what I'll say. It's a great game, Derek says. It's a deceptive game. It looks and sounds like a kid's game, but it'll destroy your soul and crush your spirit before the journey is over. Yeah, that's a little bit closer to my feelings about Mario Sunshine. uh that sums up kind of how I feel about it. And welcome back, Game and Fit. And no hard feelings, Zergling says to the Raiders. If you bail immediately, this game is kind of bad. Yeah, we're playing. So this is Let's Ride Sunshine Stables on the Game Boy Advance. I really have no right to say anything negative about Mario Sunshine when I'm playing this. For the month of July, I like to play trash games. Right, we call it Jankuly, and we're making progress with this one tonight. This is my third night trying this game, and the first couple nights I spent several hours on the game and got nowhere. I couldn't figure out how to do anything. But tonight, like I've turned our stable into like kind of essentially a little turnkey operation where the money just sort of comes in all on its own at this point. You know, I don't want to jinx anything, but things are going pretty smoothly. This is a business management sim. It's a horse-themed business management sim. Conflicted is a good word, Sot says. It's got high points and not so high points, but I'm enjoying it overall. Right on. I think that's good. I'm glad that you're enjoying it. I hope that you hold on to that feeling all the way through. Robert Gunderson, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming along. I think Sunshine is a good game with bad parts. Yeah, so I kind of feel, again, I'm going to be careful not to say too much. I feel the way about Sunshine that I feel about a lot of GameCube games. I really like the GameCube, but at the same time, like, the GameCube is sad in a lot of ways because it feels like a time when Nintendo was just rushing out a lot of their games. And so, like, if Mario Sunshine had spent like 6 more months in the oven, it could have been so wonderful. But they just kind of rushed it out, and so it ends up being kind of disappointing. And Wind Waker is kind of the same way for me. Wind Waker is more complete, I think, than Sunshine is, but it's still kind of lacking. It's just, I don't know. It's one of those, like, they're games that are It has a lot of good games that when I play them, I feel how much better they could have been if Nintendo just hadn't rushed them. And so it's just kind of a shame. It's just a shame they didn't spend more time on Sunshine and iron out some of those parts that are really frustrating and disappointing about it. I think they're all good parts except for the soul-crushing spirit that possesses the game. Doe says, I missed last night. I was too late. We're happy to have you here. We're happy to have you here now, though. People said Super Mario 64 is too easy and it's a kid's game. So Miyamoto took that personally, supervised Sunshine, and says, beat this one, kid. Beat that, kid. In the 90s, this game would have been called Sim Horse. They had to compete with the PlayStation 2, which was kicking everybody to the curb at that time. I was a fan of Mario 64. Sunshine I tried, but couldn't get into it, Doe says. I played Sunshine when it was new. And, I enjoyed it well enough. But it's just a hard time. It's a hard game to go back to. I was reading that Miyamoto felt the game ended up too difficult for the average player, which I thought was interesting. Mario 64 or Mario Sunshine? I've lost the thread of the conversation a little bit. I love Sunshine, Big Evil says. Sunshine. Too difficult for the average player. Definitely in parts it gets kind of difficult, but I don't necessarily know that it's because those parts are difficult or they're poorly made. I hated Mario 64 when it came out. What are these controls? And now I say, how can anyone not like Mario 64? I was there at day one for Mario 64, and that was I love that one right from the start. Mario Sunshine, I don't know if I got that one at release or if I got it a little later. I don't remember. The office has been built, and my horse has an ankle sprain. Alright, well, first thing we'll do... Wow, my office looks way different now. Let's go ahead and call the doctor. This is going to be expensive. This is going to be real expensive. Hey, Leo, welcome in. Thank you for the lurk. Hope you're having a wonderful time. Played Mario 64 when it came out, too. I've loved it ever since, Sot says. Yeah, I loved that one right away. I loved Sunshine. Loved is probably a bit strong, but I enjoyed it when playing it when it was new. It's just tough. It's just a tougher game to go back to. Never beaten Sunshine. It's another game I want to beat when I feel better. Game if it says. Same with Galaxy. Galaxy games I haven't played yet. I haven't played either of those. I kind of suspect. Well, I hope I'll love them when I play them. I kind of suspect I might. I haven't made the time for them yet. Remember being wowed by 64 on launch, but the controls felt slippery to me now. I was never a fan of the Nintendo 64's controller. I mean, I don't know a lot of people who are running to the defense of the Nintendo 64's controller. I do think the Nintendo 64 controller is fine. It really only looks bad in hindsight. You know, the Nintendo 64 controller is just, it's bad because what came after it was so much better. I think my parents got Sunshine when it released or shortly after, so I remember playing it when I was real little. Yeah, I mean, I got it real close to release, Sunshine. I didn't like wait years or anything to play it. I just don't recall if it was like a day one purchase or if it was like a couple weeks or months later. It was definitely well within the first year that it came out that I picked it up. And probably pretty close to right away. The Nintendo 64 and the GameCube, I got both of those at launch. I know Sunshine wasn't a launch title, but I was pretty up to date on games back then. I've not been in that situation for a very long time since. But that was a brief window where I was on top of things with video games. Please tell me you picked up the 3D Mario Collection, Frownie, for the Switch. I've got that game in fit. I have all those games in their original releases too, though. I just haven't played Galaxy or Galaxy 2. It's back when they had interest in video games. Kind of shifted to being my thing over the years. That was the same with me and my folks. I mean, my mom was never interested in video games, um, at all that I recall. But my dad was in the games when I was really young, but less and less over time. Rush Pirate, ahoy! I like the Dino Foot. All right, gonna upgrade the guest house. Can't upgrade the parking, so I guess we won't do that. Guess we'll purchase the breeding pasture too. No, what? Hang on, what? Oh, the guest house has to upgrade. Okay. All right, let me get caught up here. I think I'm falling behind a bit. Bought 2 of the Switch Online and 64 controllers. I have no choice but to defend it now, Game and Fit says. Makes playing Ocarina easier on the Switch for sure. Same with Pokemon Stadium. Choosing the right moves. N64 controller was made to be easy to use, but the GameCube controller showed how it could be done. The GameCube controller is really good for GameCube games. It's really terrible for retro games, though, which is what I play a lot of them. Well, not really retro. I play my GameCube is basically just a Game Boy Advance that I can plug into my TV. I play more Game Boy Advance games than I play GameCube games. And the tiny D-pad and the bogus button layout is just no good for so I use a Nintendo 64 controller to play Game Boy games. I've got an adapter that lets me plug this into my GameCube. I just ignore the middle and I just use the 2 wings because it's the only controller where the A and the B button are lined up in the correct orientation. Everything else is wrong. Right? The A and B button are only lined up in the correct orientation on the Nintendo 64 controller. So that's why I use it. Always conflicted about the PlayStation 2 controller having 2 analog sticks and the GameCube having 1 and a C stick. One left analog stick was perfect. I'll say whoever first used 2 analog sticks to handle movement and camera and 3D platformers deserves massive props. Some of those early tank controls for platformers were bad. 64 deserves props for not being that, I guess. Though the camera was still wonky. You didn't like Bubsy 3D and Tomb Raider's platforming? This game really shows off how resourceful the player can be, Zergling says. All right. Years of playing Sonic Mega Collection with the tiny D-pad has trained me. So yeah, my favorite thing about the Nintendo 64 controller is that it's great for Game Boy Advance games. It's been a long time since I played Tomb Raider 1 on the original PlayStation. I remember liking it, but not the 3D Pac-Man. I've never played a Tomb Raider game yet. We played Pac-Man World. Pac-Man World was disappointing. I went into that game really wanting to love it, and I just kind of didn't. PlayStation 16 comes out. Frownie, how's the D-pad? We now have 117 face buttons. Frownie, yeah, but how's the D-pad? Tomb Raider's great for sure, but the platforming could have been better, Game & Fit says. Alright, what can we upgrade? Can't upgrade the guest house. Can I upgrade the parking? Nope. Can I upgrade the office? Nope. Alright, so I'm just waiting on the guest house right now. Fair enough. I don't think I can upgrade this either. Yeah. Alright, well I guess I can upgrade the stable. Guest house has been built. My other horse has the flu. Call the doctor for this one too, why not? Hey, my horse is doing well. Alright, haven't bought food in a while, so let's buy some food. Upgrade status to HorseCon 3. Okay, we're gonna start buying some of this other stuff too, because the goal is to own everything. So I'm not gonna do it all at once, but I'm gonna try and remember to keep buying some of that stuff every so many paychecks, every so many cycles. Somehow managed to bash my head trying to close the door, Gaming Fit says. My goodness. Nothing too bad, but I needed ice and it's a little swollen. I'm the only person that can beat me up. Well, I mean, at least, I would hope that at least you're the only person beating you up. If someone's going to be beating you up, I guess it's better you than anyone else. Yeah, I think you had this game pegged in an earlier playthrough, Frownie Zergling says. This game is meant for people who love horses, to make them stop. I did say that. I'm having an alright time with it. I mean, it's not fun, but it's not agony. My feelings about this game have become increasingly neutral as time has passed. It got me when I least expected it. I caught myself completely off guard. All right, I think we'll be saving and quitting here soon. You know what? I haven't saved this game. I haven't saved the game all night. I actually haven't ever saved the game. So my apologies to Amber and Allison and Amber and Allie, but I'm going to destroy your history. Did I need to save in every slot? Probably not. Got a, like, nice little pattern here, though, at least. I have a feeling Amber and Allison moved on to bigger things after playing this game. I hope so. It's a surprising number of save spaces taken up and all A names. Well, I think it's only, I think it was only 2 people. There were 2 Ambers. I would assume that those are the same person. And I would also assume Allison and Allie to be the same person. The horse lore's deepening. It is crazy warm down here in the basement right now. It's got to be like 85 degrees in here. I'm dying. Chozo Brain, welcome in, Chozo. Thank you for the raid. Tell us, how are you doing, my friend? What were you doing tonight? How did your stream go? And welcome to your friends. We are having it's a thrill a minute with this game. This is Let's Ride Sunshine Stables. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Baron. Thank you for that. This on the Game Boy Advance. I'm making progress tonight. I didn't. This is the first night. This is my 3rd night playing this, and I'm the first night that I didn't just immediately go bankrupt. So I'm doing something right. But we've been at it for quite a while, and it's just kind of a whole lot of the same thing again and again and again and again. So it's kind of mind-numbing. We're almost done with it for tonight, though. So if you came in specifically just to watch a whole lot of this game, probably going to let you down. We're going to be at it for a couple more minutes, and then we're going to switch gears and play Ghosts and Goblins for a while. Chozo's playing Zelda 2. Nice. I really like Zelda 2. Hope that went well for you. Frownie has become the horse master. So the secret to this game is to, at the very start of it, immediately drop a ton of money into advertising and never take your horse out for a ride. If you do those 2 things, then you can succeed at this game. Everyone knows the best part of owning a horse is not riding it. I am error, Big Evil says. That's actually a very important piece of information in that game. You're probably aware if you've played the game before, but for those who haven't, a lot of times people haven't played that game and they just know that line and think that it sounds kind of funny, but it's actually a very important piece of information. Master Tuesday, welcome in. Happy Tuesday, my friend. Thank you for joining us. It would be funny if all the streaming equipment was bolted down and the streamer is playing something like Flight Simulator with a wind turbine on in the background, everything blowing them out of their seat. Sounds like very, very stressful conditions to stream under. HorseCon 3 acquired, Zergling says. Almost. We've got space. I don't actually own the third horse yet, but we've got the space ready. If my other horses ever are not sick at the same time, then maybe we'll see about breeding our own horse. How you doing, Frownie? I'm doing okay, Chozo. I'm doing as well as I can. Things are mostly all right. This horse needs a lot more water. I'm actually succeeding at this game so far tonight, which I'm very excited about. Animal husbandry. Oh, yeah. We'll see. We'll see if we can make it happen. Let's see what the doctor has to say about my horses. Zora is doing all right. Justice. Hey, they're both good. Excellent. So, send them both to the pasture. I don't actually know how the horse breeding works. Attempt to breed. I don't know if this is good or bad. I mean, I assume it's good. Healthy as a horse. See you tomorrow, flu shot at the ready. Oh no, that seemed less successful. Well, I don't know. I don't know if I've done well or not. It's a day. Can horses actually live to be 62 years old? And Nintendo years, yes. It says age 62, but I don't know if the unit of measurement is actually years. Like, that could be weeks or months. What does that mean? The horse is dreaming about a saddle? Is that what? I don't know what's going on. My horse wants to go for a ride? Is that it? You still want to go for a ride? I've never seen that symbol before. That was a new one. $25 to 30 years for according to Google. That's a horse's lifespan. The horse wants to become a saddle. You know, it would be hilarious if you got an upgrade that lets your horses jump 3 times as high. I would love that. I need a horse like those Thwomp boots from the Super Mario Brothers movie. I need the horse version of those Thwomp boots. Oh no, I didn't clean the thing. I'm forgetting steps from my daily routine. Oh, I don't know. I'm running out of steam for this game. Oh, my horse has the flu. Alright, my friends. I think we're done with this for tonight. I'm going to save up and we're gonna move on to something else. We'll go ahead and claim the middle 2 slots. We're making progress. We're actually going to be able to finish this game up. I think we're going to be able to buy all the things, have all the horses, and hopefully have a victory. One thing we'll have to do. We're not going to do this right now, but before we can call this game completed, I think one thing we're going to have to do. Why is my horse in the paddock? What's going on? Is so you can. One of the reasons this game is going to take a long time before we're really done with it is we have to complete all of these. Right out in the country, right out on the beach, right out in the woodland, and there's 3 at least in each of these, and I don't know if more are unlockable. But I'm going to have to complete all these courses and before I'm going to feel complete. And that's going to be rough because I am not good at those parts. But we're going to be done with this for now. We'll play this again tomorrow night. It'll be in the first part of the stream. That'll start up around 11 p.m. Central Time. That's when to look for me. For more of this, as I know you're all excited about that. Thank you for enduring it with me so far tonight. I think it's been the best night we've had with this game. It may have not been the most interesting since, we've kind of seen what it had to offer. We kind of saw that like within the first hour of the first night, but at least we made progress, and like this game is seeming more completable than it ever has. I suspect Jankuly will bleed into August if that's what winning will take. Well, that's what happened last year. Jankuly became Janku Gust, which became Jank Timber. I was stuck for a long time. I was stuck for a long time last year. Yeah, it's gonna bleed into August 2024. It just might. It just might. Imagine a Metroidvania where you get a mount and one of the skills you pick up is a double and triple jump, but only for the horse, Baron says. The eye on the horse gives me the impression as a very guilty conscience, Sparrow says. All right, my friends, I'm going to step away. I'm going to take a short BRB. We're going to switch over to the PlayStation 2. We're going to play Ghosts and Goblins. We're going to play a version of Ghosts and Goblins I've never played before. So it's going to be potentially very agonizing. So if you want a different kind of suffering, then just stand by a few minutes. I'll be back with you shortly for that.